I really shouldn't be mad. I really honestly should not be mad. I shouldn't be. After today, I'm not convinced that this team can win another game before the end of the season. Mm-mm. I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced that this team is capable of winning another game before the end of this season. Carolina Panthers might just be stuck at 4 wins this season. They just might actually be stuck at 4 wins. Today was that bad. It's bad to the point where it's clear more and more. I mean, minus the score. Minus the score. Not taking away the fact that it was a close game. Minus the score. This has got to be one of the most undisciplined teams. Just so undisciplined. This Carolina Panthers team let Drew Lock pretty much pull a Peyton Manning or a Aaron Rodgers or a Tom Brady and just have his way with this Carolina defense. You got a quarterback coming in that has more interceptions than touchdowns, and he comes in and gets 4 touchdowns, no picks. After coming off a bye, we couldn't get not a single passing touchdown. Not even one. I understand that this is a rebuilding year, but when is that finally going to stop being an excuse? If the whole expectation is going to continuously be we're rebuilding, then at the same time, you're also setting the expectation that if there's losses, no matter how many of them there are, even if they're winless season, then it's okay. And I disagree with that. Rebuilding is one thing, but as I said before, execution is a whole nother different thing. In this process, along the way, bad habits and critical mistakes and issues need to be fixed, even in this process. Otherwise, you can have a much better team on paper and still make the same dumb mistakes. And that's what this team has been doing all year. This is really no different from any other game that we've lost. It's no different. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this as I get into this Panthers Broncos game. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. So first off, I'll say Denver Broncos got the victory, 32-27. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I have tried my best to defend this man all season. I've tried my best. I've given tons and tons of passes, and I tried to keep my hopes about medium level with this man. I've tried to be patient, tried to be as understanding as possible. And I understand that he's not the only problem, but he is one of the big problems. Let's just go ahead and keep it real. Teddy Bridgewater ain't it. Each week, more and more, it's become harder and harder to defend this guy. I just got to keep it real with y'all. It's gotten extremely hard to defend Teddy Bridgewater. And I can't. I can't. I've tapped out. I can't. I can't anymore. I can't. I know it's not all him, but I can't do it no more. I just can't. There's a reason why he's a game manager, and he's been nothing higher than that. But lately it's even seems like it's been lower than that. And that's not good. And this Teddy Bridgewater Joe Brady relationship is it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. And it's bad enough, just with how much he got paid and just how things look stat wise. And as I've said last week about, the rankings of the offense, with the two big ones being red zone touchdowns and passing touchdowns, it just another game. No passing touchdowns. Offense struggled. Defense struggled. Special teams struggled. I'm even shocked that we even have 27 points in this game, to be honest with y'all. I'm shocked that we even got 27 points. Let's look at some stats. Teddy Bridgewater, 30 of 40, 283 yards. That's it. Got sacked 4 times. Did get 1 rushing touchdown. He got 3 carries for 31 yards. Mike Davis, not a lot of carries, not a lot of yardage. 11 carries, 51 yards, but did get 2 touchdowns. Did what he was supposed to do in the red zone. Robbie Anderson didn't hit 1,000 yards receiving, but he did his best. 8 receptions, 84 yards. Curtis Samuel, we got to see some Curtis Samuel. We got to see some Pharaoh Cooper. Curtis Samuel, 7 catches, 68 yards. Pharaoh Cooper, 3 catches, 52 yards. Mike Davis had some catches, 5 for 42. But, you know, give the defense a little bit of credit. Jeremy Chin got the 1 sack that the defense got, which was a strip sack. Effie Obata with the scoop up almost took it to the house. So good hustle by Effie. You know, that's pretty much the one bright spot on defense. That combo, that Jeremy Chin sack, strip sack combo, with Effie Obata to scoop up the fumble. Joey Sly, had a better game. I mean, he didn't miss anything. So, you know, had pretty much two chip shot field goals. So I mean, that's fine. But Drew Lock, look at this. Look at this. 21 of 27, 280 yards and 4 touchdowns. This man finished with a 149.5 rating. I wish I was making this up right now. I really, really do. Of course, he took the one sack, which was the strip sack, but 21 of 27, 280, and 4 touchdowns. Melvin Gordon III had 68 yards on 13 carries. And we kept him out of 100. Longest run was 15 yards, so did okay against the run, but just the receiving game. KJ Hamler, two receptions, 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns. So that means both times he touched the ball, he scored. Denver defense, like I said, got 4 sacks. Teddy Bridgewater holding the ball too long. And then Deontay Spencer, even just about running into his own man, still got a 83 yard punt return touchdown. Despite running into his own dude, still got an 83-yard punt return touchdown. On the first punt, we even had a little tiny bit of help from Mr. McManus, who missed 2 extra points today. But defense just couldn't do their job. And the play calling. Like, defense, like I said, I'm not surprised anymore with defense. I'm really not. They'll get a once in a blue moon turnover. I mean, we haven't had an interception in like forever, but get a once in a blue moon turnover. I mean, that point was proven in the previous game. Three takeaways and still lost. But it doesn't surprise me with the defense. Just they've been inconsistent all year. But as much as this offense was once doing pretty well before, it has greatly declined. Let's just keep it real, y'all. Joe Brady just he's wearing off on me. He's really, really wearing off with me. And just, it's not good. It's not good. I mean, you're doing nothing but check downs, check downs, check downs, check downs. Not taking no shots deep. Not taking no shots, spread the ball out middle of the field or anything like that. Just check down, check down, check down, check down. Should go from Teddy Bridgewater to Teddy check down. I don't doubt the ability of the receivers to get the yards after the catch, but dang. And then the audibles, 9 times out of 10 are audible into a run play. Aside from that, check down, check down, check down, check down. Like, where's the aggressiveness? Where's the risk taking? I mean, I admit, yeah, PJ Walker threw 2 end zone interceptions. That's bad. But at the same time, I can admire the guy for taking the risks that he did and actually trying to move the ball downfield. I mean, you doing check downs on 3rd and 20 and you have a 4th and 8. A 4th and 8. You know you got to get upfield and get that first down, and you throw a check down, which he had time, but you throw a check down. And there have been multiple cases of this throughout the season where Teddy Bridgewater is not looking at the open guy downfield. There's got to be better awareness, got to be better decision making. Because there have been times where the offensive line has given him the time. This offense is on a big decline. And today was no different. No passing touchdowns. Robbie Anderson still with 2 receiving touchdowns. Like, this offense is really turning into a disappointment. And just, I'm not saying Teddy Bridgewater's a bad guy, but he ain't it for this team. He's just not, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. And I've like I said, I've tapped out. I can't defend him anymore. I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. Y'all forgive me, but I can't defend him anymore. And honestly, I really can't defend Joe Brady anymore. Like, I'm on edge when it comes to Joe Brady because he's not living up to the hype. He's not living up to the hype. And those that, really stress rebuilding, let me ask y'all something. How long are y'all willing, how many years are y'all willing to rebuild before this team gets it right? Like, seriously, how long are folks willing to wait in this rebuilding phase? Like, I get it, but at the end of the day, you don't win games, you don't go anywhere. Plain and simple. You don't win games, you don't go anywhere. So Panthers dropped to 4-9. And the bad thing, we got Green Bay next. We got Green Bay next. And honestly, even with some of the injuries and some of the players missing, we still had a good chance to win this game. Both teams are pretty much even, especially record wise. So there's really no excuse. Like we need, like, I get it, but we really need to stop with making excuses for this team. Like, the season's almost over. Execution is still a big issue. And if the bad habits don't get cleaned up, next year won't be any different. So I just don't know, y'all. And like I said, I'm not saying he's all alone in this, but this team is loaded with issues. Bridgewater, the offensive play calling, the execution, the defense, the defensive play calling. Just not getting a lot of good pressure on the quarterback. We're not getting turnovers consistently. It's a lot of problems. And they really need to be addressed even in rebuilding. Because we can get all the talent that we want. But if the bad habits and the issues aren't cleared up, it really don't matter. Really doesn't matter. So, but honestly, with how undisciplined this team is, like I said, I am not convinced that they'll win another game before the end of the season. I'm just not convinced. I mean, we got the Packers next, and they're a much harder team. Packers, Washington, and the Saints. I think with the Saints, even if they didn't start their starters, I'd still say it's a tough game. So tried to come back at the end, but just that last drive, just terrible clock management, terrible play calling. Seen that all too much this season. Will we see PJ Walker? Don't know. But these issues need to start getting addressed and fixed. They really do. Because at the end of the day, it's about winning games and prepping for the next season. But we also need to see who can really make an impact. Even if we lose the rest of these games, who who's going to make an impact? And are the issues going to get addressed? But Carolina Panthers fall to the Denver Broncos by a score of 32 to 27. They dropped to 4-9 after coming off a bye. Supposedly, we may get Christian McCaffrey for the Green Bay game, but I don't know. What do y'all think? Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I'm Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. I'll see y'all later. Have a blessed week. Bye.